I'm a technical support engineer for Renesola UK. My job is to look at the designs of systems, our product range, supporting from a technical point of view, of course, and just explaining more or less what we have in our stock range, in our product portfolio, and putting it out there to our clients, especially with the launch of new products as well.
And so what are Renesola launching at the moment? There's a lot in the field of energy storage.
Yes, well this unit down here is our off-grid 2 kilowatt system. It has 2.5 kilowatt hours of storage and a maximum output power of 2 kilowatts. And it's basically designed with both new builds and retrofit installations in mind. The idea being you can feed it directly off DC from a solar array, or you can put in an AC feed directly from a household plug socket. So that if you have an existing installation, you don't need to change that PV installation because it's already registered under the feed-in tariff. So the clients already generate power in AC after their existing inverter. This will then store that energy during the day. And there's also 3 working modes which the user can select onto how to use the power.
So at the moment, do you think it's a question of explaining to people the benefits of energy storage?
Yeah, well, I think it's clear that people are becoming a bit more savvy to energy consumption, household energy usage. With an increase in grid energy prices year on year, I think consumers are becoming more aware of the responsibility on them to take charge of their energy consumption situation. And of course, power outages. If you've got a system like this, you've got clean, silent power, an instantaneous switchover. So if there is any essential loads connected to this, like servers or some people who are home carers who need electricity on demand, this is perfect because it switches over so fast that a monitor servers won't even notice the change or fault in the grid supply. The launch is basically just to get a feel from our client base to see how it will integrate with what they have out there. We believe, as the product stands at the moment, it's really well integrated. It's wheeled. It's easy to install. It's pre-packaged. It's a plug-and-play system, really. So it makes it easy on the installer. It's cost-effective. It's lithium-ion technology, and it's durable. So I think our launch strategy is to compete with what traditionally would have been an installation with many auxiliary components brought together with cabling, all boxed into one package, wheeled into the client's house, easy to install at a good price.
Can you take us through the process of
Sure.
getting one from the factory into the house?
Well, it's as simple as putting it into your house and plugging it into a plug socket, or if you've got a DC array on the roof, literally just running anything between 10 to 60 amps DC supply into the back. It comes with all your auxiliary plugs required, so it's got a DC plug and an AC cord feeding it. So it's as simple as buying a washing machine, putting it in your house and plugging it in and making it work.
I understand in places like Germany they have like a percentage subsidy for people to put systems in their house and stuff. I mean, what kind of progress might we expect in terms of getting numbers of systems into people's houses?
Energy storage is a good idea because it's not only kind to the consumer's pocket over the long run, it's also kind to the grid. If we can stabilize our energy grid, essentially what's happening at the moment is you have grid issues where all the PV arrays on a bright sunny morning are coming up, and it's not on par with what the energy demand is at that stage. So after the morning peak on grid, all these PV arrays are generating electricity, which essentially is not being used. If that power can be diverted to energy storage units, which have been depleted the night before during the use cycle, that's a good way of making use of clean, free energy that these solar PV arrays are generating. I think the other side of it is, of course, like I mentioned earlier, is the user's ability to take charge of their household energy system and to load manage and to be more aware. And I think the design of this system makes it simple because of the touchscreen user interface. It gives the user an instantaneous readout of what was their energy consumption, what was their charge for the day. It's also got the 3 plug sockets at the back, so you can run your appliances directly off it. It has a battery management system that has preset minimum and maximum voltages. On this particular battery, it's a 48 volt system. So it monitors each cell voltage and makes sure that the battery is never discharged below a certain point, which is quite important with lithium ion. And then again, on the charging cycle, it balances the charge on the maximum voltage, which then will switch off charge once it's full. With the two charging options you've got the AC, like I mentioned, or the DC. The DC charging coming off the solar PV array is more like a trickle charge. So it has a built-in charge controller which puts that power into the battery, but there's no real user interface. It's all automated inside the machine. So what you've got in there is a lithium-ion battery system, an inverter charger, and a power transformer to get that power back into AC to feed the client's appliances. It's all about, you know, the user in the end of the day. We want this to be a system that really makes the user feel in control. And it must be, you know, there must be a bit of fun. I suppose it's a bit of a geeky fun, but it's, you know, it gives them the opportunity to be more in charge.